Ah, consumerism. You gotta love it. I'm not saying consumerism was the cause for all this destruction, but it didn't help. In the first moments of Armageddon, people went to the Fendi stores. They went to the Gucci stores. They went to the Burger Kings. And what did they find? Empty calories. Okay? In a survival situation, you don't need burgers. Well, you kind of do. But you don't need Gucci bags. You don't need Fendi products. You don't need Prada handbags, okay? What you need is food and weapons. And I mean real food. I don't mean flame broil. Oh, the Whopper's so good. Okay? I'm not talking about the Whopper right now. The Whopper is the exception. Okay, you want food. If you're living on Whoppers in the post-apocalyptic society, you've done pretty well for yourself. Okay, but what you really want is food, water, and weapons. Weapons is the main thing in this map. Where are you going to find weapons? Not too many gun stores, not too many private owners. Well, there are some, but you got to find them. The place you're going to find weapons is in sporting goods stores. That's one place. So why not start here? So I'm going to build a sporting goods store today. Or at least get started on it. I'm not going to finish the whole thing. But I've mapped out the area. It's going to be in this location. I haven't picked out a name for it yet. That'll come later. But I'm just going to start on some preliminary things here. The first thing I do when starting any build is choose the blocks. Now I've already kind of, in my mind, come up with the color scheme. First thing I really do is choose 3 blocks, and these are the blocks that are going to be prevalent throughout the majority of the build. I think we're going to go with those 3. Those look pretty good, right? Now, once I have those 3 blocks set up, the next thing I do is find a stair slab combo. If you look around, almost every single building on this map has some sort of stair slab combo. So I think I'm going to choose sandstone because I really like how they mesh with these colors here, especially with this sandstone here. And of course I'm going to have other blocks all throughout this build, but these are the major blocks right now. So that's what I'm going to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is, let's make some pillars. This thing has to stand on its own too. Now I'm thinking this is going to be a 2-floor place, sort of like the Nike store. I'm not even sure if I've shown you the Nike store. Well, you may have seen it in passing. I have not gone inside it on video yet. But that's something I plan on doing. Okay, so we got our pillars here. Pillaring up, pillaring up. Okay. Alright, now for this. These blocks here, these are just placeholders. They're not really anything. Let me see here. What do we want to do? So maybe we can have this inset a little bit. Have that come up here. Now, I have no plan whatsoever. You guys are seeing me at my most raw right now. I'm just building. This has really been my building process. Sometimes I'll have a set plan. Other times I just wing it. And I just do trial and error. And I see what works, what doesn't. It might take longer. You know, my build process may suffer in time because of it. But I feel like I'm just getting my unfiltered ideas onto the Minecraft palette. So sometimes it's ugly. Yeah, no, I admit. Sometimes it comes out. We'll see what happens today. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm just going to work on this facade here and see if I can come up with something cool. There's really no rhyme or reason to this at the moment. Let's put a little... yeah, how about this? Okay. So I definitely want a display window in this store. Something to get people interested in purchasing or even walking in. So this is going to be sort of like the display area where... you know, you're going to see a mannequin or you're going to see some snowboards or whatever just on display in the store. So let's work on that. Let's put some of this in here. That'll be the floor, I guess. Huh. Muy interesante. Now, as you can see... yeah, let's do that. As you can see, I am going for depth. A lot of people would build a flat wall. That's not what I'm about today or any day. Okay, I don't like to build flat walls. I like to have depth in my builds. And the way to do that is to make your walls 3/4 thick. You know, it sounds weird, but that's how you get these intricate details you see here. You know, those aren't flat walls. None of these walls are flat. Even the flat walls have texture. You see that? Even the flat walls have texture. Now that's more of an art piece. It's less functional than the sporting goods store. But you know, you can still make something. Get rid of this. You can still make something pretty out of a sporting goods store. That's what I'm gonna try to do here. Wish me luck, guys. Okay, more display area. Yeah. So we'll have the display area go back until here, and then the Okay, I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna come up with this facade and show you my progress. I'll be right back. All right, so this is what I have so far. I added a lot of texture, a lot of depth. I kind of hid my emerald blocks a little bit just because they're a little glaring. You know, they're a strong color and they're kind of best in the background. I gave it some texture. I don't know if I'm going to keep this, but this is my first draft. I have the display window here, of course. Now up here, I'm going to put the name of the sporting goods store. I think I've chosen a name. We'll see if you guys like it. I've just done one of the sides. I'm going to copy that side over to here. In the back alleyways, they're just going to be far less interesting because, you know, it's a back alleyway. Who cares about that? So let me put in the name of the store. I have actually not done letters in a while, so you may see me struggle with this a little bit. Which color should we do? Probably want a strong... Let's try it in cobblestone stairs and see how this goes. I don't know if this is the best, but we'll see. Where is it? There it is. So I want... I'm just spacing out my letters here to see exactly where I want to put them. See, that's not going to work. Okay. So we got to start like over here. 1, 2, 3. I'm doing 3 wide and 3 high letters. I used a YouTube video. I will put a link in the description. I can't recall the name of the person or which video it was, but I'll do some research. I'll look at it. And I kind of used this guy's alphabet, tweaked it a little bit, and made it my own. I think that's exactly right. And this is going to be a 4 wide, so that goes there. Alright, so that's what we want. So let's do our best here. Please bear with me. I may forget how to do some of the letters. I think that's a D. We got us a D. Yep. Okay. Does that stand out enough? Might not stand out enough. We may have to do that in a different... Let's try white. Yeah. White's going to have to be the way to go, I think. I wanted to stay away from it because, you know, there's loos over there. And, well, we're not in that much... I don't have that much stuff to worry about. Alright, okay, here we go. Yeah, this is going to work out much better. Much better. So there's the D. Next I'm going to do an I. Now I could do an I like I did a Burger King over there. But I think for this one I like to vary the font a little bit. So I'm going to do a bigger I, a capital I. Sort of like this. Pretty simple. I find that these 3 wide letter blocks are just perfect because any bigger and you're looking at a huge sign. I like to keep my signs as compact as possible. Now, should I do a C or a K? I'm going to call this Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm going to spell it D-I-K-S or D-I-C-S. Deeks or... Yeah, let's go with the K. That makes more sense phonetically, I think. Dick's. I think that's okay. Alright, the S is one of the harder letters. Oh, that's right, I was going to put an apostrophe. So let's do that right there. Oh no, let's move it out one. That's right, that's what I was going to do. Okay, apostrophe and then S. Where should this apostrophe go? Oh well, we'll do the S and then we'll think about it. So the S, let's see, how do you do the S again? Oops. We may have to go check somewhere else. How do I do S's? Gucci doesn't have an S. Fendi, no S. Prada, no S. Where else are we near? Sushi, that's a 5S. Ah! Where's an S? Okay, I gotta go look at an S. I'll be back. Where's an S? Fealty, Realty? No. Tipsies! We got an S right here. Okay. Oh, so simple. So simple! Alright, we got this. We got this, right? Did you guys remember that? By the time I get back to the place, I always forget what it was. Okay, here we go. So that's gonna go like that. And then like that. You guys paying attention? You may have to do this in your builds, okay? So, follow along. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description. There we go. Dicks. Okay, that apostrophe not looking like it's in the right place. Let's move it. One over, see how that looks for us. Oops. Yikes. Okay. Is that better? Dicks? I don't know now. Maybe if I went with the lowercase s, I could move. That would go down right. I don't know. Maybe no apostrophe. What do you think of that? But then it's off-centered. Ugh. Decisions. What do I do, guys? I mean, we could do it really fast. What if I made that eye smaller? That eye looks really big, you know? What if that was just the eye? Okay, and then I could move everything down one and still have room for the apostrophe. I think my math's off. Let's try it, though. It doesn't take long to do these letters. And my motto for this whole build has been, take your time, get it right. I want this build to be finished as much as the next guy, but I also want it to be perfect. Of course, it's not going to be perfect, but I want it to be perfect as it gets. See, this is not right. That's not going to look good. Did I move the S in? Ugh. Okay, let's try one more time. Bear with me, guys. One more time. Let's do this. You know, and if you do a lot of trial and error like I do, you get good. You know, you saw me struggle with the letters, but that was just... I seriously haven't done a letter in so long. So I kind of forgot. But I'm back now. I'm back. Alright, so what if that's the spacing? We can move the D over to the right. 1. And leave the S? Will that look weird? Let's try it. We're going to get this right, guys. By the end of this video. Okay, I swear. Here we go. Which is coming to a close, I believe. How much time have I spent on this letter? Okay, that's it. You know, the D and the S aren't perfectly symmetrical, which sucks. But at the same time, I think that's the best we're going to get it. I may want to change this white background. Maybe spice it up a little bit. Let's see here. Just a Scotia spice and everything nice. Yeah, the white background was kind of weird. I'm going to put maybe a window there. How about that? Maybe put a window like right here. Okay. So the shoppers can see out, sort of. Shoppers. So the survivors can bust out a window and jump out if they're on the top floor and need a quick getaway. So, yeah, I'll put a window up here. I don't know how it's going to match up with the floor, but good enough. I think we'll call that an episode. What I'm going to do is mirror this exact same pattern on this side. And then I'm going to do a middle part, and that's going to be the tough part. Anytime you put angles in Minecraft, oh, you better know what you're doing. So I'm going to give that a go. And I think we can call this an episode. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching.